So in module 1, 2, you have to have the application form, and the application form here is the form 3011. Here I'm going to open a form 3011. Nowadays, of course, this form 3011 must be completed online. But for the sake of the exercise, Health Canada already shared this form in a PDF format as well. So I'm just showing this PDF format just for I would say for your training. If not, this form has to be completed online. So what goes in this form? We are going to see that first. It starts with the instructions, and then we are going to look into different parts. Now here we see that anything which is gray, you cannot type anything, you leave them blank. However, you are going to write about the type of submission. If you would like to know what are the types of submission, you can just click on the help, and on the help is going to tell you, okay, is this again for the CTA or CTAA, for example. Okay. Then number of volumes, it doesn't apply, you leave it blank. And then you have also the brand or property name. You're going to write down here the property name. Here this is the proper name or non-proprietary name. We write here the company code. Don't forget that if you don't have it, it's traced here again, you leave it blank. If not, if Health Canada gave you a company code, you're going to write it down here. Then here you are writing the manufacturer or the sponsor name. Okay, so here we're talking about the investigators initiating the trial in Canada, the street, city, province, etc. We also add the contact person. It's of course, so it's giving you again more information. Then we also write down the company name, and then writing about the mailing address of the regulatory affairs department, and then we are going to continue with part 2, which is the application for a DIN number. So here you are going to write down what are the medicinal ingredients, and then we are going to write down your excipients. Okay, so the standard, the strength, units, etc. If you have any coloring agent, etc. And then you write here the dosage form, and you continue with the container type, package size, therapeutic and pharmacological classification. And then here we are going to write or to check the boxes that applies. If that's a drug product, it's pharmaceutical, natural product, drugs or medical devices. So here, as you see, we are going to apply for, we are going to use this form in order to apply for getting a clinical trial authorization. And again, this is applicable to different types of products. Now, for a drug use is in humans or veterinary, that's because this form 3011 is also used for the veterinary drugs. So here we are just to click check on human because this is the purpose of our presentation today. And then we talk about the proposed indication, proposed Canadian labels, and of course we are going to attach that. Then we are going to talk again here if that's a type of if this is a type of notifiable change, or if this is a first and the original application. And then we continue to complete this form, we sign it off, and you just completed the form 3011. Congratulations. Now you also have some appendices. One of them is for clinical trial application and amendments only. If at application you use that. You also have another form which is giving to a third party the authorization to sign or file your submissions. So on your behalf, you're going to also write it down. And once this form is done, we save it. Okay, here of course we have the clinical trial application information, about the protocols, etc. We complete those as well. And once we are done, we are now going to save this document in PDF. So once the document is now completed, we just drag it and we drop it to this sub module. So now you see that in the regulatory affairs world, what we do is that we are going to prepare these documents as per the regulations that we can find on regulatory authorities' websites. Each, I would say each submission has its own route, its own channel. We have to start with the route, going through the proper channel, reading the regulations, filling out the forms, preparing the documents, preparing the submission package based on the requirements of the regulatory authority, and then to submit that to the regulatory authority. And then, of course, we are going to go back and forth with the regulatory authority in order to respond to their question, asking them some waivers, giving them some more information. And then this type of communication will not end until your product is on the market. So the clinical trial application that we're talking about today is just the beginning of, again, starting to test your drug in humans for its efficacy and safety.